First of all, I'd like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of my friends and also to my many enemies. Once again, this is another episode of Roosevelt Sounds Off. And on tonight, really short videos. I'm not going to be before you too long. There's something that happened in the city tonight that I wanted to report on. I found out early this morning or yesterday morning, because for many of you are watching this video, you're probably going to be catching this on Tuesday morning or Tuesday afternoon. But I found out on Monday morning that there was a meeting downtown for citizens to talk about their opposition to 2 or 3 red light cameras that are going up in the downtown area in the city of Chicago. Now, for many of y'all who don't know, who don't live in Chicago, who might be watching this video, we have red light cameras and then we have speed light cameras. But I think, despite whatever the city tells us, I actually believe that a whole lot of these speed light cameras and red light cameras are all for revenue and just to make money, even though the city, they like to lie to us and tell us that it is strictly for safety. But for some reason, we know that that's not true. And we actually believe, after a whole lot of research that has been done on that particular subject, that red light cameras and speed light cameras probably cause more accidents than they prevent. So basically it's all for revenue. And tonight downtown there was a meeting at the Chicago Cultural Center, and I'm going to bring a short clip to you from that, where I'm interviewing someone named Mark Wallace. He is the head over the Coalition to Stop Red Light Cameras and Speed Light Cameras. And he was saying even how they cause more accidents and they cause more problems. But the biggest problem I have with the whole meeting is that it's something that was set up by the city, but many of us weren't aware that the meeting was taking place until yesterday morning. But yet the meeting was, that night. And I think that, the city set it up like that because they didn't want the citizens to come out and voice their opinion and their opposition to these speed light and red light camera photo enforcement. But I'm gonna finish my commentary in a second, but I'm gonna play for you the clip, my little small interview that I did with Mark Wallace. And by the way, in case you didn't know, he happens to also have his own radio show. He's the host of The People Show on WVON AM 1690. You can find that on your AM dial here in Chicago, or on iHeartRadio. Only thing you have to do is just download the iHeartRadio app and then search for WVON AM 1690 and listen to that. Then it's streaming all day live for free. So right now I'm going to play that short clip to you, and then I'm going to come back with the rest of my commentary and what I think about this whole thing. Won't be before you long, so just bear with me. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, what's going on? This is Roosevelt. Today I'm here downtown with Mark Wallace, who's the host of The People Show on WVON AM 1690. He comes on at 9 o'clock every single night on AM 1690, also iHeartRadio. So check him out. But what else are we here on this evening to do?
Well, the city is having another one of their community hearings for red light cameras that they're proposing for Jackson and Michigan Avenue, Michigan and Ontario, and at Lake and Wacker Drive. And so we are here to see if the community is going to show up, which we doubt that the community is going to show up for a number of reasons. One, a lot of people in this area probably don't drive. And two, the notices went out so late that people didn't really get the notice that they're actually having a meeting. In fact, when we were down in the lobby, people who work here at the Cultural Center didn't even know that there was a meeting going on.
Right.
So we're here to.
But what they told me, it wasn't even on their agenda for today.
Right.
And tell me, do you think that the city is not really like telling the truth as far as like this photo enforcement or anything like this goes, as far as like red light cameras or whatever?
Well, I believe that the city has misrepresented the facts as that has been proven. on several occasions where the city said that there was a 47% reduction in right-angle crashes, but after further analysis, we find that the right-angle crashes reduction was only 15%. We also found that there was a 22% increase in rear-end collisions as a result of having the cameras.
So in other words, these cameras, they would cause more accidents than what they would solve.
According to all of the analysis that we've seen by Texas A&M, Chicago GM, and Wayne State University, that is the case. And of course, even the city's own study that they paid $300,000 for at Northwestern came up with the same conclusion that the others came. So this is a system that is not a safety-producing system. It is a system that provides them with video or evidence that there might be a traffic issue at certain locations, but it certainly hasn't done anything in terms of improving traffic safety.
So it's more about money or revenue?
Well, it's produced a lot of revenue.
Okay.
It's almost about $700 million for the city, but certainly has not increased traffic safety.
Okay. And so with the meeting here, and even with the meeting you said you got coming up in a couple more days, tell my audience and stuff out there on YouTube, on Facebook, or whatever, when your next meeting is and what you hope to accomplish.
Well, the city's next meeting is Thursday night, October the 19th, at the Sheldon Heights Church at 113th and Western Avenue. You can go on our Halsted, 113th and Halsted. You can go on our website, Citizens to Abolish Red Light Cameras, or banthecameras.com. The schedules are there that you will know. But we're asking that people would show up at those meetings to show. Now, the city is going to be removing some cameras, but they're also going to be relocating some cameras. We want for them to remove them and not relocate the cameras anywhere, because the cameras are not producing safety.
In other words, just get rid of them altogether.
Get rid of the cameras, take them down, and leave them down. But we need for your help, we need for you to be there to express your opposition to the city about installing these cameras.
Well, thanks a whole lot, Mr.
Okay.
Wallace. I
All right,
really,
thank
really
you.
appreciate you.
Thank you.
And remember, for all of my YouTube audience, watch The People Show with Mark Wallace every single night, 9 o'clock to 12 on WVON AM 1690.
All right, thank you. All right. How you doing?
Okay, now you saw that short clip I played for you. And even he had to admit that they cause more accidents than what they prevent. And I just believe that this photo enforcement, speed cameras, and, red light cameras, they want to, the government or our city wants us to actually believe the lie that it's for our safety. Every single thing is for our safety. We got to keep you from speeding because everything's for our safety. We got to keep you from running a red light because that's for our safety. Even like, many of you all who have watched me last week, we got to stop you from drinking pops and teas and sugar beverages because everything is for your safety. The government wants us to believe that every single thing that they do for us is for our safety. But how is it for our safety when we have to pay a lot of money anytime you run a speed light camera or you're going too fast in a certain area, especially like around the school and a park, and the speed light camera picks you up and takes a picture of the car and sends you a ticket saying that you were going over the limit, in that particular area. And or even if you get close to running a red light, it wants to take your picture and send you a ticket and all of that. It's all for money. It's all for revenue. I mean, this city made millions of dollars last year just on photo enforcement alone. And it bothers me because sometimes I could actually see if the money was actually going somewhere, but the money is not going anywhere because the city still looks the same. We're not getting any new things coming into the city. We're not seeing any new programs to help our youth in the city. I mean, even, and this is the youth that could be at risk and everything, killing each other. So the only thing that we see is a whole lot of so-called tax money, which is basically legal theft, coming into the city coffers, and we as the citizens aren't receiving anything for it. And I just believe that photo enforcement is wrong. And I believe that the way that the city did this meeting was wrong, because this meeting should have been publicized so citizens could actually come out and have the time to talk about their opposition to these speed light cameras and to these red light cameras. But it was only a few citizens there. Why? Because a whole lot of people did not know about this meeting. So it seemed like, to me, like the city really wanted to keep this one under wraps so they can go and sneak in those 2 or 3 red light cameras in the downtown area, and there'll be nothing no one could say about it. And also too, that they said on the south side and the west side of Chicago, they're going to move a couple of cameras from where they are and put them up like in other places. And like I said, I just believe that this is bad, because I believe in the end that they cause more accidents, because it's almost like if you're coming up to a light and a light might be yellow, you could be going like kind of fast to stop it. You might think you can make that yellow, but in reality you can't. But you know you're coming up to an intersection that has a red light camera. What are you going to do so you won't get a ticket? You're going to hit on your brakes. And what is the next person behind you going to do, especially if somebody's following close behind you and you might not know it? Slam right in the back of you. It causes more problems than what it prevents. And I think the city of Chicago needs to actually spend more time in putting this kind of money and energy into programs to help our youth. You know, help our youth who are in poverty. Help these people and these teenagers and these young people find jobs. Put money into that instead of going after something that is so small and so minute. That's why I say all of the time, in this country, we major in the minors, because it seems like this system of justice here in this country is completely just broken. And it really needs a fixing. And I think it's a shame the way that the city did this meeting, and more people should have been known. But you see, Mark Wallace and the city are going to have another meeting, and that's going to be on Thursday night at Sheldon Heights. That's going to be Sheldon Heights Church of God, and that's located at 113th and Halsted here on the southwest side of Chicago, in that particular area, also known as the Wild Hunnets. Okay, so if you all who are watching this, who live, my citizens who stay in Chicago, want to go and check that meeting out on Thursday, and I believe that meeting starts around 6, feel free to do so. So I'm making this aware and publicizing this one on Roosevelt Sounds Off, so you as the citizen in Chicago will be aware as to what the city of Chicago is trying to do to dip or get more money out of your pocket. So at this point, that's where I'm going to leave it. Be sure to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Even be sure to share this YouTube channel with others and share this video. Let everybody else know what is going on, and hit the subscribe button and hit that little bell down at the bottom, so that way whenever I upload new content you will not miss anything. So right now that's where I'm going to leave it. Hopefully I'll see everybody on the next video. Peace and blessings to all.